What's up, guys? Got our next class for you today while we're going through quarantine. So if you want to come over here, you can see what we got written down on the paper. Obviously, you can take a moment and pause it so you can write everything down. But what's going to happen is you're going to have 4-minute rounds, 1-minute intervals. So we'll have, 4-minute round, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, all the way through. I'll explain each thing as we're going. But I do want you to notice here on the bottom, after each round, you can choose either one of these 3 exercises to do. But for example, after the first round, maybe you do letter A. After the second round, do letter B. After the third round, do letter C. And then just repeat those. So basically, after every round, you have that in-between exercise. So going through these, again, we know round 1 is punching. You can do all the versions of that with step-ups. Remember, you can step up onto a table, you can step up onto a step, the bottom step of your stairs. Or again, if you don't have anything, in this case I have Jackson's truck, so you can just do a step over for those. Use whatever you got around you. Second round is gate openers and orbits. So gate openers, the first minute, remember, we step and open our hip. When we're stepping over the object, we're facing forward, we step and open to the new wall. Okay, so those are gate openers. Orbits, what you're gonna do is your leg is gonna be orbiting around whatever it may be. In this case, we're using a Tiger monster truck, as you see. You can use a water bottle, whatever it is. You're going clockwise, counterclockwise. If you need a little balance help, grab what you need. In this case, I have my putter, which I haven't used in forever, so I'm glad to be using it for something. You can use it to give you some assistance in balancing. The third round is punching, as usual, and then it's going to be wall lunges. So we don't have a lot of space here, but basically we would be up against the wall, and you would lunge back, and then come up. And you go as far back as you need, but the goal is to keep your chest up and keep your knee really close to the wall, so your knee and ankle are staying over top of one another, and then you come back up. So those are your wall lunges. You'll do 1 minute one way, 1 minute the other. What's that?
I was just gonna say do one more instead of standing behind you.
Oh, okay. Fourth round is wall sits, which we know would be against the wall, chest up, our classic wall sit. And then single leg Romanian deadlifts. I wrote Warrior 3 there because I know Brian and some of you like your yoga poses. But what I want you to do is to, under control, come down, feel the stretch through your hamstring and balancing, and come back up. So again, use the putter, and you will come forward and back down. Obviously, you can use, the island of your kitchen. You can use a tall bar stool, whatever it is, to help give you some balance. But you'll be working wall sit, and then you'll do one leg, wall sit again, then you'll do the other leg, up and down, keeping a straight spine, trying to keep your body like you're in a plank to work the hamstring. Okay. Then fifth round, we have punching and then a wall stretch. Remember, that's where we walk our arm all the way up against the wall to try to stretch through our side body. You would do that for 1 minute one way, 1 minute the next. Last round, again, we have planks, which you can do that, off of a table or on your forearms. Same thing with dips. Keep the chest up. Bend the elbows. So you got plank and dips, plank and dips. And then the 3 exercises, the ones that you're doing in between each of these, you get to choose each one. Remember, the first one is ankle ABCs. So a lot of versions of this, but you can do it seated if you want to work your balance. You can stand up on one foot, or again, you could sit down like on a table or on a bench, but you're going to do the alphabet, A, B, C, all the way through the alphabet with moving your ankle. Really good for trying to strengthen your ankles, obviously, and help you with balance. The other exercise is a seated quad stretch. So whether you're sitting in a chair or on something like this, imagine you're sitting in your kitchen chair. You'll slide over, you'll send one leg back, and then you'll just lean back in your chair and it'll give you a good stretch through your quad and through your hip flexor. So just basically think about the ability to do this quad stretch where I'm keeping my chest up and stretching through here. You're just able to do it through seated. If you want to do the standing version I just showed you, you can do that too. And then finally, the third superset is calf raises. So you'll work on coming up, letting your heels come toward the back of your knees, hold for a second, and then back down, up, and back down. So that's the gist of it. Good luck. 4-minute rounds. Have fun.